What was it like your first time going down the shore, especially with tomorrow being 4th of July? What did you do first time going to Wildwood, and what are your memories of it?
My father took me there. They were building the house in North Wildwood. I think I was about either 4 or 6 years old. I liked it because you could look right across the drive and the bay was there. And we used to go swimming in the bay all the time.
How was the boardwalk back then?
I was too young to be on the boardwalk.
You just
Back
stuck
then.
close to the house?
Yeah. But later on, we used to go to the boardwalk quite a lot. Boardwalk is a lot different than it used to be back then. Boardwalk didn't start at 19th Street where the house was. Boardwalk started in the 20s, 24th, 25th Street.
They still had Maury's Pier back then, or they had different piers?
They had different piers.
What was some of the stuff you would like to do on there?
Get on the amusements, play the games, skee ball, things like that.
Do you remember your first time taking your kids to the boardwalk or the beach?
Back in the 60s, late 60s.
Late 60s, so Mom and Aunt Lisa would have been probably 3, 4, 5, and 6, something around there.
Yeah.
And did you take them to Wildwood, or you went to Avalon?
Well, we used to stay in Avalon, and we'd go to Wildwood to go on the boardwalk, or go to Ocean City.
And you would go to Bill and Cass's house?
Yeah.
Now, I knew Cass, I never knew Bill Brown, but I've heard the stories from you and Mama and Aunt Lisa and Mom. I mean, I guess I never really asked about him, but could you convey what made him special as a person, or what your guys' relationship was with him?
Well, that was Cass's husband, and Lisa and Michelle were like his nieces and nieces at that time too.
Was Cass related to you or Mama?
Mama.
So she was Mom's aunt?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. And then did you go like doing stuff with him, like fishing or stuff like that?
Yes. Later on, he had a boat, and we used to go out in the ocean in that boat. Cass used to say, "Belle, don't take that boat out in the ocean." He'd say, "Okay." First thing we did was go down to the inlet, right out, right off the coast, in front of the house.
And those had to be some of the better days, right? Getting to do that.
Yeah.
What did you catch over there? About stripers?
Sea bass, stripers, flounder when it was running.
It's a little fishing boat pop up, like a little center console, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Amongst pictures, I probably got a picture of it.
It's probably somewhere. That would be something to convert all the pictures Mom took into like a digital album and put them on your thing for you.
Yeah.
Where are the places that you and Mom used to go in Avalon to eat in Wildwood? I remember you used to go to some place that they always used to talk about.
Not in Wildwood.
Avalon or Stone Harbor? Was it the Wingate?
Stone Harbor. Yeah.
The Wingate, was it?
I can't think of the name of it.
But you'd always get seafood when you were down there?
Yes.
Crabs,
No,
Fish.
mostly fish, clams.
You guys ever go to Lobster House, Papa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we go to that place in Stone Harbor for Aunt Lisa's birthday or Sea Isle?
That was another place. I forget when we all went out.
That was in Sea Isle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was like a something house type of deal.
We used to go over to Cape May, the lobster house
Yeah.
in Cape May, and they had a schooner, and we used to go on the schooner and get a drink before we went into the restaurant.
You're still there, Papa? I was on there. We had some drinks when I went with Tony, Matt, and Perry. 'Cause Perry's got a beachfront property down there, and we drank on the schooner.
Still there, huh?
Yup.
You ever see anybody down there, like politicians or celebrities?
For me?
Yeah.
Well, not really.
I
To go to the Whitebriar, met Ed McMahon a couple times.
Nice.
McMahon something. Famous from the Tonight Show. Now I saw somebody when I was about 7 years old, but nobody believed me, and he was sitting with his wife at a place, and I knew his face because his face was all over your house, and that's the only reason I knew who he was. It was Jeff Gordon. And I
Oh,
tried
yeah?
telling people, and they were like, "Oh, that's not him. That's not him."
Could have been.
I mean,
But he was from the West Coast.
yeah, from California, I thought, but he has a little bit of an accent sometimes.
Wait, Pop, do you remember when we met? What was her name? Florence Henderson? Remember when we met her at the Target grand opening? You remember my mom telling you about it?
I never met her.
She
Yeah.
took us to the grand opening of Target on 420 in Baltimore Pike, and the lady that played the mom of the Brady Bunch was there doing a signing.
No,
That was
I
it.
don't remember.
That was the first famous person I ever met. Nothing too exciting, but whatever.
I met Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt.
Lucky.
Speaking of them, what about the hotels down there? Didn't you, the Daytona, Lollipop, which ones did you like to see down there in Wildwood?
They weren't there when I was there.
None of them with the neon? They started in the 60s, didn't they?
Never heard of the Lollipop or any other.
There's the Brittany.
Or the Dutchman, the Flying Dutchman or something? The
Well,
Ford?
motels along
Yeah.
the Bay Area. At the Point.
They got some good delis down there.
Yeah.
You feel like going there one day before the end of the summer?
Maybe.
Just to touch the water?
Yeah.
I wish we could go to a NASCAR race. But I know you need the earmuffs, Baba, or the you know. the
You could
cover.
go
It
sit
is
in the
loud.
You could go sit in the club box.
Or that. We went to Dover a couple summers ago, Baba. It was fun. Me, Michelle, my mom, Tom, Cody McClintock.
Is that it?
I'll cut it soon. I was going to ask you before I do. How do you feel about being 83 and you have 2 great grandchildren?
Tired.
Did you think that? You think you would be here for that?
No.
But it's something, right?
Yeah, it sure is.
Get to experience another
Proud to have
generation.
that.
And they're both girls. It's kind of like similar to Mom and Aunt Lisa, right? You got Heather first, and now you got Ariel, who kind of looks like Mom.
Ariel.
Yeah.
And what you call it?
Who, Leo, your black grandson?
Leo.
The
Yeah.
dog.
Leo, he's black. He's your grandson, Leo.
Oh. Yeah.
You have to think about it, because you're throwing them off.
The dog.
Yeah. Well, you got Marley and Ariel, and then that's it for now. Unless me or Michael sneaks one past the goalpost, but that's about it.
Can I ask you, what were so when Aunt Lisa and my mom were born? I don't know if you had. What were you doing at the time? How about like what were you doing?
Waiting in the
Job-wise.
hospital.
No, job wise. Like what was your career?
I don't know. What I back then.
Were you doing the thing where you were flying to Kansas City?
No, that was
No.
later.
Working in the fab shop with my father.
Fabrication. Welding and whatnot.
Yep.
Nice.
That wasn't your first job, was it?
Yeah.
That was your first job?
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, that had to be interesting getting to work with him on a daily basis.
Huh.
All right, another question from me, because I feel like I didn't ask it. I mean, I know, a long time ago, obviously, pop up when you became a father, but for your only grandson that has a child right now, what would be your best advice with a newborn at home? I kind of know. I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but I'd rather hear you say it.
Let your wife take care of it.
That, but as far as me go, like, any tips or insights
You could go
or
in-
any knowledge?
Just
In
do the
depth.
best you can. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Do you remember feeling a change in your demeanor after Aunt Lisa was born, or like
Yeah.
a part where you say to yourself, you're like, okay, I'm no longer living for myself or Helene. I have to live for this other life, you know?
Yes.
I feel that.
It was overwhelming joy and also a little bit of anxiety for you.
Joy. I used to take Lisa everywhere I went. Oh.
Do you remember what some of the first stuff you did with her when she was like old enough to go on outings and stuff?
She used to go with me when I was looking at cars.
Nice.
All right, let's
I'll give you time.